My forehead, it don't show. What's popping, my people? Karibuni tena sana to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, karibu sana. Feel free to join this family by subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you can be notified anytime your girl posts a new video. And if you're a returnee, my G, kama kawa kama dawa, thank you so much for always coming back to my channel. I love and appreciate you guys a lot. So today is another forehead gang video. As you can tell from the title and even my face can tell you, I am not wearing any sort of makeup. Hata eyebrows leo hatuna. I have not done anything because today's video we are going to be doing non-makeup tips and tricks that you can actually non-makeup. Is that a word? I don't know, but anyway, no makeup, non-makeup, whatever it is, you get the point. You understand me. Not wearing makeup, that is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, we're going to be doing non-makeup tips and tricks that you can actually use to hide your forehead, to cover up on your forehead on those days that you just don't need it to be stealing the spotlight. Because tulielewana, this one can steal the spotlight at times, and sometimes you don't want that. You want your other features to stand out. You don't want people to be talking about your forehead. And this video, I'm going to be shouting out to Audrey Korir, Sylvia Wangoi, and Fiona Murugi. They are the ones who requested this video. They were like, what if someone does not do makeup? What are the tips and tricks that they can use? And guess what? Imagine they're there. Don't worry. You don't have to be doing makeup until you uweze kuficha your forehead. There are actually ways that you can hide your forehead or cover up your forehead without using makeup, and that's what we are going to be doing today. The first tip is a wig. If you have money, invest in a good wig, especially if you have the money. If you can get the money to buy a good frontal lace wig, your problems are over. Your problems are over. I don't know if you have ever heard this, but so many people suspect that Rihanna has undergone through a forehead reduction surgery, but the truth is frontal lace wigs, because she covers her forehead up with using the frontal lace wig. So many people use this method, especially black girls in the States, those girls that you know they can afford good wigs, they use this method. Personally, I have my wig here. It's not a lace frontal and it's not a high-end wig. I got this wig from River Road River Road for around, I think, 2,500, around that price, and it's a good wig. It's not a bad one. So guys, I just threw my wig on so that I can be able to demonstrate to you nicely what I mean. So this is my entire forehead out, and what a wig does is just allows you to cover up the amount of forehead you want. So personally, I don't like covering up my forehead at the entire forehead. Just love it when it's balanced, because I know some people, they overdo, they cover up the whole entire forehead. You see, like someone wears their wig like that. If you think your forehead is making you ugly, this is going to make you ugly. This is the type of thing you should not be doing. Cover up a reasonable amount of your forehead and leave out a reasonable amount of your forehead. You can't be walking out here looking like a witch doctor or a mad woman in the streets. You don't want to be looking like that. So personally, I like putting it around there. I leave out a good amount of my forehead out and cover up a good amount of my forehead so that it's not weird. I don't want to staki kuwa overdo na staki kuwa choke, staki kuwa suffocate. So that is one tip that I use. My wig is not a frontal wig, and frontal wigs, the reason why they are more reasonable is because you can even lay the edges, you can play around with those kind of things. So I think a wig is a good investment if you're a person with a big forehead on those days where you feel a little bit insecure. Personally, I don't have such days. I am good with my forehead. I walk out. But I've just realized whenever I have a wig on, my forehead becomes less visible. Hats, caps, kofia, unayokwenda kumeta, however you want to call it, but hats come a long way. What hats do is they basically just cover up the entire forehead. Of late, I've been loving my fedora hat. They are in fashion. So if you're covering up your forehead, no one will know. People will think you're just fashionable. You just have a Gucci type of style. You're just that girl. So people pay attention to my style more than to my forehead. and more so it covers up the forehead. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So fedora hats, I love them. The second type of hat that I've been loving is the bucket hat, because bucket hats are also fashionable. They are also the in thing. They are trendy. You look like you know what's up. You look young. You look like you have that street style, and so people will be looking at your style instead of your forehead. And more so too, it covers up your forehead. So invest in a hat, whether it's a fedora hat, whether it's a beret hat, whether it's a bucket hat, whether it's a cap, like those baseball cap, whichever type of hat. Get yourself a hat and it will come through along with head wraps, turbans, bandanas, hijabs. Actually, the Somali community are also known for having big foreheads, but the reason you do not see them out most of the time is because they cover them in hijabs. They'll be wearing their hijabs over here, and you're like, where's the forehead? Forehead where? Forehead where? My forehead? It don't show. And I don't know if you have seen me doing this, but I rock bandanas a lot of the time. So this is my bandana. What it does, this is my entire forehead out, right? So you just come and cover like half of it. Again, don't be weird. Don't be weird. Don't be wearing your bandana over here. Just make it as reasonable as possible. Leave the right amount of your forehead out and cover up the right amount of your forehead, and you are good to go. And girl, how cute is this? I actually love rocking bandanas, even when I have braids on, when I have a wig on. Let me show you what I do whenever I have a wig on. Whenever I have a wig on, sometimes I just be doing this to my wig, throw it on quick. I don't even bother where it is, and then I come in with my bandana. Here's my bandana again, and just cover the right amount of my forehead. Just make sure the hair looks right at the bottom, and then forehead, we are covering you up. Again, don't be weird. Don't be a weird sort of chick. Don't be weird. Don't be doing weird stuff out here. So, and there you are. And you look good. I look good. I look like I know what I'm doing. Where's the forehead? Where is the forehead? So you cover up a huge chunk of your forehead. I have never ever done this before, but I have seen it being recommended that if you have a big forehead, that you should try and rock headbands. There are so many types of headbands. I got this one so that I can try it out for this. And this was also a question that Audrey Correa asked. She was like, how will a headband look on a person with a big forehead? Well, we are about to find out because I've never tried it, but let us try it and we see how it's going to look when I rock it. I don't know, but I've seen so many people say that headbands help you cover up your forehead, and I've actually seen some people do it. I've just never been the person to try it out. Guys, I just went off camera to try and figure out how to to just adjust this right. And what I can say personally is I think it works. The only problem for me is because of my hairline situation. You all know, if you've been watching me, you know that my hairline has just been backstroke. I have a receding hairline, so what it has done for me, it has covered up the situation about my hairline, but it has not covered up my forehead. So I'm assuming if you're a person with a big forehead and your hairline is okay and you use a headband, I think it's going to work. It's going to work. Or rather, I should have gotten those big headbands that would have just covered up this entire part, but I've just realized this is kind of small, but it has covered her up a huge amount of the situation that I have going on with my hairline. I'm not mad. I think it could actually work, guys. It could actually work. So if your hairline is full, I think it's a good thing to give it a try. Try it out, or maybe get a big headband so that it could work if you're a person like me where you have a big forehead and your hairline be receding, okay? So this tip, I talked about it in the last video, the makeup tips and tricks for your big forehead, to cover up your big forehead. I talked about accessorizing. So you can actually accessorize. You can accessorize your hair, you can accessorize with earrings. And I am thinking, if you're not wearing any sort of makeup, since you have nothing going on here, accessories would come a long way for you. So I've rocked these big earrings as my accessories. You can also use other sort of accessories, but since I still have the headband on, I think a big pair of loops is going to work as a good accessory and as a good distraction, because the fact that they are big, it means that they are already balancing out your big forehead, and they are going to be a perfect distraction. So people, instead of looking at your big forehead and all that kind of stuff, since it's balanced out, your forehead is balanced out by the earrings will be more of the center of attraction than your forehead. Since we are talking about non-makeup tips and tricks to cover up your forehead, I think it's also good I insert this video, and I also talked about it in my last video. The video I'm referring to, I'm going to link it down in the description box, or rather up here. I talked about laying your edges. Laying your edges is very important. As I said in that video, it is a form of contouring. It's going to help you cover up a part of your forehead. It's going to reduce the amount of the forehead that is seen as forehead. If you know what I mean. So laying your edges is going to come a long way. And also your hairstyle matters. There's hairstyles that you're going to rock. There are certain types of hairstyles that you're going to rock, and they're just going to be looking not good on you because you have a big forehead. But there are hairstyles that you can actually rock, and I've also done a whole video on the sort of hairstyles that you can rock that will help you manage your forehead and just balance it out and make you feel more confident in your daily endeavors. I believe these tips and tricks are going to help you out, but more so, as I always say, is these tips are not going to work if you have not embraced your forehead, if you're not confident in it. You need to find your confidence. You need to embrace your looks. You need to accept that this is how I look, these are my looks, and there's nothing wrong with having a big forehead. Who said having a big forehead is a flaw? Who said that because you have a big forehead you're ugly? As a matter of fact, it makes you more beautiful, and that's on period. Go argue with your grandfather. That's what I said. That's it for this video. Those are some of the tips and tricks that you can use if you're not a makeup person to help you out with covering up the forehead on those days that you just don't need it to be doing the most, because we both know our forehead can be doing the most when it's not needed to, right? So I hope you learned something, especially if you're a girl or boy with a big forehead. I hope you learned something, because even boys, the heart method is going to come a long way for you, right? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.